Tonight's class is going to be a yoga for strength class. So for our class tonight, you're going to need light weights or cans. And we might stretch at the end also with a tie or a band. Have some water. You don't need any footwear at all. So spare feet or socks. Make sure that you're not on a slippery surface. And we're going to start off tonight in a seated position. So you're going to bring yourself down to your mat. And we're going to start with our legs crossed here. Just placing both hands on our knees. We're just going to really focus on lengthening our spine and finding our breath. So we're going to take a deep breath in. Try to grow even taller through the crown of the head, and then exhale, relax. And as you lengthen here, try to allow the shoulders to feel heavy rather than naturally wanting to come up to the ears. So breathe in, try to keep the shoulders down and grow tall from the crown of the head. And then exhale, let it go. Good, and one more really deep breath here. So inhale, right from the belly, right into the ribs, and then into the nose, and then exhale from the nose, pushing that air all the way down to the belly, letting it release. From here, we're just gonna roll the shoulders here, really trying to get the shoulders up to the ears to try to get any tension happening from the neck, from the upper back, from the shoulders. We're gonna take a deep breath in here, and then exhale, release. And then from here, we're just gonna reach one arm up to the ceiling and do a really gentle side bend. Look up here towards your ceiling and then release down. So as you're starting to bend to the side, your hips are gonna wanna pop up here in your sit bones. So think of trying to gently draw them down, look up. So you might not be able to come right down to the elbow, and that's okay. And then come back to center. We're just gonna do one more each side. So inhale, grow even taller here. And then exhale, little gentle side bend, look up to the ceiling, hold, breath in. And then exhale, sweep the arm all the way back down. One more, inhale, reach. Drop that shoulder down towards the ear, away from the ear here, and then reaching up and over a little bit further this time. Take a breath in, and then exhale, release it. We're just gonna sway those arms side to side, and just gently pause, and try to reach your opposite arm towards the opposite knee here as you come to the opposite side. So hold it here, take a breath in, and try to grow a little bit taller. And then exhale, come back to center. Breathe in a little bit taller here. And then exhale, center. One more each side. Reach and press it up. And then exhale, release. Breathe in, lift the heart. And then exhale, hands on both knees here, and we're just gonna do little circles, just trying to massage into that low back here, taking a deep breath in, moving forward here, and then exhale all the way back. So you're still thinking of keeping that pelvis stable down towards your floor, and then we're gonna reverse. But your hips are gonna lift a little bit, your butt's gonna lift a little bit, that's okay. Just try to move through any of the creaks or anything you feel here. Just take it at your own pace. Take a breath in. Good, and breath out. Amazing. Okay, from here we're gonna come onto the hands and the knees. You're gonna grab your cans or your light weights. Now, of course, everything can be done also without weight, so totally up to what you wanna work, how hard you wanna work tonight. So we're gonna start right now with our hands facing forward. Directly, the hands are going to be directly under the shoulders, knees are directly under the hips here. You're going to relax the feet down on your mat, so just tap them out a little bit, so you're lifting and lowering just really quickly here. Just getting the circulation going into the feet. Take a breath in and a breath out. Now, if your wrists can allow this type of mobility, you can flip the wrists the opposite direction, so your fingertips are pointing towards your knees. Now, if you're not able to do that through the mobility of your wrist, then please don't force it. Keep the hands facing forward, and you're still gonna be tapping the feet here. Just a couple more times. Deep breath in. Deep exhale. Good, from here, keeping the hands facing forward, we're gonna slide ourselves into shell stretch here. and then come back to center into a little bit of a circle, back into shell, breathe in, and then exhale, reverse the circle. Shell stretch forward, and then reverse, reach it back, and reverse. So really small movement here happening through the spine, also helping stretch out the shoulders. Good. Last one here, you're gonna bring your hands under the shoulders and we're gonna round the spine all the way up. Take a breath in into a really big cat back. Try to relax your head as best as you can here. Shake the neck here, releasing any tension. Inhaling, and then exhale, let it all go. You're gonna grab a hold here of your weight or your can, or you're not gonna use any weight and can, and we're just gonna go into opposite arm and opposite leg. Now, if you would like a modification to this exercise here, you're gonna keep the knees down and just do the arms only, okay? So that's a little bit easier. You're just reaching that arm up just to about shoulder height, and a little more challenging here is the opposite arm and leg. Now, most challenging, you're gonna tuck the toes from here, and you're gonna lift into hover. And you're just gonna reach one arm up and one arm down. So when I say hover, the knees are just hovering up off the floor, and you're really just reaching that arm forward, and you're trying not to shift the weight too much, but that's the advanced option here. If not, you're gonna keep it down, both knees down, and you're not switching arms here just yet. Connect with that core. We're only gonna do a couple more. Exhale, lengthen, inhale in. Exhale, inhale in. One more here. Exhale, breathe in. Good, come all the way up to the knees. Shrug the shoulders back, reach the arms out. We're just gonna do 10 open and closes. They look like this. You're just opening and closing the hands quickly. Just getting some more circulation here happening with the fingers. Taking a breath in, breath out. One more. And release it down here. We're gonna switch sides here with your weight or no weight. So option one here, both knees are down and you're just extending the arm only. Opposite two, opposite arm and opposite leg come in. And you could try not to touch the floor here with the legs. Option three, you're hovering those knees and you're gonna extend arm only. I almost did the other one here. This is most challenging here if you do arm and leg together, but it's really tough for those quads. Or you're just doing that arm only, extending it and then bringing it in. Connect with the core here. So really draw those abdominals in and up, lengthen, breathe and bring it in. Exhale out, inhale in. Exhale, breathe in. Just a couple more here to go. Inhale, lengthen, breathing in, and one more out and in. Good. Slowly release the weight here. Bring the arms all the way up. And we're just gonna roll the wrists out here just with some wrist circles. So try to keep those arms up at about shoulder height here, and you're just rolling those wrists, those hands inward, and now reverse, go the other way. Couple wrist rolls, switching that direction. Taking a deep breath in, and a deep exhale. Good, one more breath in here. And exhale. Okay. We're gonna come into a kneeling oblique exercise. So for this next one, we're gonna come up. So I'm gonna show you an option as well, not on the knees, if it's too much pressure for the knees. So from here, we're gonna extend one leg out to the side, and we're bringing one arm slowly down, extending up, and then coming right to about shoulder height. So if you would like this more challenging, you're gonna use your light weight or can here. Now you might not be able to touch the floor, and that's okay. You can just reach the fingertips down as far as they can go. Now if it's too much on the knees, you can also do this exercise standing, just back to center. So breathe and reach, and then exhale, center. So think of tipping over just like a teapot here and then back to center. So reach and lengthen, back up, hold. Breathe in and exhale. Just 2 more here, and then we're gonna add on to this, just getting a little bit more here into those obliques and back to center. Now from here, we're gonna hold that top arm all the way over, with or without weight, and you're just gonna tap your bottom arm to the top arm. So breathe in, exhale. Inhale here, exhale up. Now you can switch hands as well with your weight. So you can, or switch, does that make sense? You can put your weight in your opposite hand here, and we're just bringing it up and over. You could even switch it 1 arm at a time, or you're doing the standing, back to center, up, reaching over. Good, 2 more here, breath in, exhale down, breathe in, and lower, good, okay, from here, roll those shoulders out. We're gonna switch sides. Anytime it's too much here with that weight or with your can, you can drop that. So other side, kneeling, other leg is extended, and the idea is we're just trying to do a little bit of lateral flexion here, which is our side bending. So bottom arm is down and then coming up. So if you're using the weight goes in the top arm here, and you just can go as low. So I'd recommend not trying to force it at all, and you can even go a little bit further if you feel like you can after you've done a few, because this one does take a little bit to warm up. Or we're doing this option here standing as well. So breathe in, exhale, reach. Take your time here, make sure you're doing this with control. So if you're standing, breathe in, exhale, over and back up. Good, keep going here. So tipping over, breathe in. So you can start to lift that bottom arm completely here. Gives a little bit more balance, and it also works that opposite oblique as well as you try to stabilize yourself. Couple more, back to center. Breathe in here, exhale up. Let's try 1 more here, and then up. Now holding it over, bottom arm meets the top, 1. Breathe in, lower. Exhale, 2. And lower. You can switch the arms here. Try to balance out the weight transfer. So getting a little bit more into those obliques, or no weight at all as well. You will feel this strongly here through that waist. Let's try 4 more. Breathe in. 3, if it's too intense, come up a little bit higher. 2, lower it down. 1, and relax. All right. Okay, roll those shoulders here. The next thing we're gonna go into is a bit of a push-up series and a upper back strengthening series. So I'm gonna give you 2 options. So option 1 here, you're gonna be on your knees or most challenging feet. You're gonna do 5 push-ups. Okay, once you've done your 5 push-ups, you're gonna come down onto your chest, and then you're gonna lift the both arms up and the upper back. 5 of these as well. Now you can bring your weights, your light weights or your hands close if you wanna add the weight here for the back. And then once you've done those 5 back exercises, you're coming back to do more push-ups. So you're gonna keep going with that series. So 5 push-ups, down, 5 back extensions here, all right? Or you can do this standing. So the standing option here is against the wall. You're gonna do 5 push-ups, and then you're gonna go back against your wall and bring your arms back, bring them in. Squeeze the shoulder blades into the wall, bring them in. So let's start now with whatever option, starting with 5 push-ups, go. So inhale, lower, hands are wider than the shoulder blades here. Try to bring the chest right down. Try not to lock those elbows. More advanced, come up onto the feet. Lower down and up. Now, of course, you can do this at your own pace. You're gonna come right down, Exhale, arms come back. Breathe and lower. Exhale back. Inhale, lower. Squeeze those shoulder blades together and release. Easier, move the feet wider apart. More challenging, bring them close together. One more squeeze and release. Come back up into your push-ups again. So inhale, lower, or you're on the wall. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. Press. Breathe in here. Exhale up. You can even stand on one foot here if you're working into the wall, just to challenge balance a little bit. Lower and up. Now going with the back here. Press the hands back against the wall if you can and release. Exhale, squeeze. Breathe in. So this will help that mobility here, strengthening rhomboids, mid-back area. Squeeze those arms back. Release. Couple more. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, squeeze. And inhale, release. I think that was 6. Back to push-ups again. Here we go. Set 3. So inhale, lower. Exhale, press up. Take breaks here whenever you feel like you need to. So make sure you listen to your body. Press it up. Inhale, lower. Watch you're not locking those elbows. Let your bum come down with you. Back up and release. Forehead down. Exhale, arms come back. Inhale, release it. Squeeze and release. Squeeze. Think of the arms, back of the shoulders doing the work. Squeeze. 2 more here. Exhale. Inhale, lower. 1 more. And lower. Last set here. 5 push-ups. Here we go. Breath in. Exhale up. Challenge yourself here if you want to try a couple on your feet. And back up. Lower. Press. Good. Keep going. Lower. Press it up. Inhale here. Exhale up. All the way to the stomach or back against the wall. Squeeze those arms back. Inhale, release it out. Squeeze and release. Exhale here. Breath in. Couple more. Breathe in, let it go. Good, 1 more. And relax. The last set here is going to be pulses. I know the arms are tired. This is it. You're just going to pulse out 10 little mini ones here. So little bends, either standing or on the knees. Here we go. Pulse. 1, keep it low. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Relax all the way down. 8 or 10 little pulses with the back. Squeeze it up. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze those glutes here to help you out a little bit. Draw the low abdominals in. Halfway there. 2, 1. All right, relax it out. Sink it back into shell stretch. Grab some water here. Take a deep breath in. And just rock it out here side to side. Breathing in. And breathing out. Okay, roll the wrists out too. So last kind of series that is going to be down on the mat, we are going to be going into a high plank to a downward dog. Now if that option's not going to work with you, for like wrists, because that could affect the strength as well, then I'm going to give you a different option. So option 1 here is going to be going into, so this is going to be your 4-point plank, and then you're going to come into your shell stretch. Or you might even want to do a high plank here, and then instead of downward dog, just come down into shell stretch. So you can choose that, or you're going to be high planking to downward dog. Now with your downward dog, bend the knees a little bit here, come forward, squeeze the glutes, and then back. Okay, so here we go. Breath in, shift that weight forward, draw the abdominals in, exhale, back. So this is about the pace we're gonna go. Inhale, forward, draw abs in, we're gonna slow it down. And then exhale, bring it back. Relax your head, look through those legs here. You can bend those knees here or pedal the feet. Come back to center here, or you're down on the knees. Breathe in, lift up, press up and out of those wrists. Sink it back, that's your easier option here. Breathe in, lift, press up and out of the wrists, out of those shoulders, and then exhale, slowly release it out. Couple more of these here. Draw those abdominals in. If you want more of a challenge, lift one foot here for the last half. Then drop it down, downward dog. Good, breathe in it again. Belly in and up, lift. Lift one leg if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more. And then exhale, hips to the sky here. Look through those legs, bend the knees here if those calves are tight. Couple more. Breathe in, abdominals in. And then exhale, lift it back. Now this last one here, we're gonna hold it, hold. And we're gonna breathe here. Think of playing the piano with your hands. So pinky down, ring finger, middle finger, pointer, thumb. Now thumb, pointer, middle finger, ring go, pinky. Again, pinky, ring go, middle finger, pointer, thumb. Last time here. Thumb, pointer, shift that weight forward, middle, ring go, and pinky. Breathe in here. And then exhale, last downward dog. Pedal the feet for this one here. You might need to change the position here of your hands so you can externally rotate them out a little bit. So think of just shifting your hands a little bit out to give you a little more space. Taking a breath in. And then let's just release it all the way down to the floor here. Sink it all the way back here into our shell stretch. Just taking a deep breath in and a deep exhale. Good, a lot of work here for the wrist. We're gonna bring the left leg forward, right leg is back. So we're gonna be moving into this next one, which is going into our warrior one. So I'm just setting you up a little bit here. So weights should be on the outside of the foot. So some options for this, and I will get into a standing option if this is too much on the knee, but the knee is gonna be lifted. So you're gonna grab your weight here, and our option one is that you're not gonna lift the knee at all, and we're just doing circles here. So we're stretching out the hip flexors, but also strengthening and increasing that mobility through the shoulders. Now a little more challenging is you're gonna lift the knee up. So we're in our warrior one where we're lifting that back heel, but we're really deep bending. Deep bending is what I was about to say. So that you can even go lower here. Really try to strengthen into the legs. So adding those circling here with the arms, reverse the direction. Go a little lower with the legs here if your legs can handle it. Now if that's too much for the knees, you can stand up and you don't have to go too deep with the legs as well. You can walk that back leg in. Couple more, breath in and breath out. One more and breath out. Now you're either gonna hold it here with both arms all the way up, or from here, we're gonna lower into some lunging here. So if the knees can handle it, we're gonna lower and then bring the arms forward. So both arms are together, holding your can or no weight, lowering down or up. Or easier option, you're just stepping forward, arms come up and then down. So breathe in, arms come back, exhale, release them forward, good. Or lowering, release it out here. Lower down, release. Lower, and release it out. Couple more, breath in, exhale back. Let's go with two more. Squeeze those glutes. Good, from here we're gonna go into warrior three. So for warrior three, you're gonna lift your back leg. Okay, so you're lifting the back leg. If you're on a really squishy Pilates mat here, you might want to come off just for your balance. So you might want to just lift it this much. So the hips are facing forward, or if you can, flex the foot and lift up a little bit more. Reach the arms forward here with your can, or drop it if it's too much weight. So we're just going to hold this here for another few seconds, and then we're going to add on to this. Deep breath in here. Keep reaching that foot all the way back. Deep exhale. Good. One more breath in here. Now we're going to slowly add a knee lift in. Then we're going to tap the leg back. Then we're going to lift and reach. So knee lift, or sorry, tap back, knee in, reach it back. Good. Tap. Knee comes in, and then extend that leg back. So you decide how far you want that leg to lift. A little easier, you can just reach those arms forward, hold onto one wall here or a piece of furniture. Good, a couple more. So you should be starting to feel this in that stabilizing leg. Reach those arms forward, press that foot back. Tap it down. Good. Last one here. Breathe in. Reach it up. Let's hold this one. Pulse the back leg for 8. Squeeze the glutes. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax here. Woo! All right. We're going to move back into that whole series on the other side now. All right? So I'm just going to switch how I was on the mat here. And you're either starting all the way down, so knee is connected to the floor here, or you're in that hover. And we're starting with those circles. So my right arm is resting on my right leg here. And I'm just circling as I'm inhaling and exhaling. So notice here how this mobility feels on this side. So is this your stronger side or your weaker side? Or you're coming up, we're still keeping those hips square. And we're really trying to open, so you can start to open the back foot just a little bit, just to allow a little more rotation happening through the shoulders. So you can start to rotate those toes out. Good, and then slowly from here, sink down into it. Deep breath in. Deep exhale. Reaching all the way up and over and releasing it down. So really trying to lengthen. Now, easier here, step forward, still keeping those hips square and opening that back hip just a little bit. And this is really challenging also for balance, but really great here for strengthening quads, hamstrings, and shoulders and obliques as well. And stretching out those hips as well. Couple more. Reverse the arms here. Breathing in, breathing out, sinking it down low. Opening here right through those hips. Let's try 2 more here. Inhale, exhale, circle. And 1 more, reach it up. And circle it out. Good. From here, both arms are coming up, and we're lowering down into that lunge. Or we're just doing arms only, if it's too much for the knees. You can even step back or step forward here with that back leg to make it a little easier, or we're lowering down and then coming back. So breathe and lower, exhale, release. Keep going here, lower, and opening those hips. Watch that front knee isn't going over the front toes here. So you should be able to see the foot. Try to keep the knee in line with either the big toe or the second toe. 1 more here, and then we'll just do little pulses here. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. Good. Slowly bring it into that warrior 3. Arms can come down or reaching them all the way out. Hold it here for 2 breaths. Deep breath in. Exhale. One more breath in here. Good. Tap it down. Knee comes up. Breathe in. Exhale, tap it back. Reach it up. Good. Inhale. Slowly knee comes up here. Tap it back. Reach it out. Try to keep those hips facing forward here. Knee comes in. Inhale. Tap it down. Extend it back. Squeeze the glutes here. Inhale, knee comes up. Exhale, tap. And lift and reach. Couple more. Inhale. Hips facing forward. Reach it out here, hold. Tap. Knee comes in, last one. Woo, if I don't fall over here. And then extend it all the way out. Hold it. Pulse that back leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeeze those glutes. 5, 6, 7. Woo. All right, you should be feeling that bit of a burn here in those glutes. Grab some water here. And we're gonna move on to the last leg exercise here. We're gonna go into a goddess squat. So you can grab your water, or you can start to get right into it here. It's gonna be a really wide squat, feet turned out. Shoulders are gonna come back. So squeeze those shoulder blades together. And actually you will need your second weight or can here, or no weights. So the idea here is we're gonna go low with those legs. So as low as you can handle. Make sure you're not sliding. And we're just gonna focus on the arms here while the legs stay stationary. Abdominals are in, palms are facing up. So squeeze it out, breathe it in. Out, and in here. Out here, and in. Exhale, breathe in. And I lied when I said it was the last leg exercise. There was one more I wanted to do, our chair. So we won't rush this though. We're in the moment right now. We're feeling this. So think of yourself, feel centered, feel balanced. Breathe it all in. Exhale it all out. So lengthen through the spine here. Drop the legs lower. Couple more. Imagine wrapping those arms around someone right behind you. Pulse it with the arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now pulse it with the legs, or just ease out of the legs if it's too much for those knees. Pulse it down. Drop the butt. Good. 10 more. Keep going lower. Go lower with those legs if you can. Lower. 5, 4, 3, 2. Walk those feet in. And we are almost done. Last leg exercise is just a squat. Chair pose. Feet close together. So most advanced, feet are really close together, or start to open them. Easiest, wider for balance. And we're gonna hold it down here, and we're gonna go one arm at a time for our bicep curl. So holding your cans or your weights. So you wanna sink your weight back and all the way down. One arm at a time, try to reach those arms up. If it's too much with the weights, drop those weights. Focus on trying to get those arms up. Now, if it's too much for the knees, you're gonna do those bicep curls only. You could do it sitting in a chair or even just standing here. Exhale, curl, breathe in, drop the butt right down if you can. Keep going, exhale it out. Breathe and lower, or you're up standing. Exhale, breathe in. Good, we got 8, double it up here, 8, 1. Sink it down a little lower. 7, 6, keep going lower. Squeeze those glutes here. Drop that butt right down. Squeeze, 3, 2, Drop it right down, 1, hold, and then release it out. Woo, all right. Hopefully those legs and arms have gotten some good work happening to them tonight. And we're gonna roll it all the way down to the floor. And we're just gonna do a couple core exercises before we finish. So we're gonna inhale, reach those arms all the way up. And then exhale, very slowly, begin to roll yourself down. Bend those knees, walk yourself all the way out. Coming right down onto the knees or onto the feet for your low plank, or a little more challenging low plank here. So the options for this one here is our dolphin, and then back to plank. So this is most challenging here. So dolphin, hold it. So you're lifting the hips and butt up, and then bring yourself down. So easier, you're on the knees here, and you're just gonna sink it back just a little bit. Inhale, and then exhale. Good, breathe in. And you can just even hold your low plank just like this here. Just really draw that belly in and up. Sink it back. Couple more here, breath in. Exhale, squeeze the glutes here. Shift that weight forward. Lengthen all the way through the spine. Let's try just 2 more. Press it back. And 1. And press it all the way back. Good, drop down to the knees. Now from here, we're gonna come right into a seated position. So from here, extending the legs here, reaching those arms forward. Take a breath in here. And then exhale, round through the spine. Draw the belly in, relax those shoulders. Lower all the way down towards the floor. Reach those arms all the way back in space here. Really feel that big stretch. Take a breath in. And then grab that right knee all the way into the chest. Inhale here. And then grab your left knee, extend the right along the floor. Give yourself a little hug here. Take a breath in. Good, and slowly from here, keeping both knees at tabletop. We're gonna reach those arms all the way up. Now from here, we're gonna move our right leg out to the side and our left arm out to the side, and then squeeze it back in. So opposite arm and opposite leg. So it's almost like you're getting into your groin a little bit, but also transverse, so low abdominals. So opposite arm, opposite leg, and then zip it up. So really focused here on the lower part of the abdominals, breathing in and breathe out. This mic just does not want to stay on right now. One more time, each side here. Back up. So think of that inner thigh doing the work. As your leg extends out to the side, you're really trying to use that strength of the inner thigh to zip that leg right back into center. Now stretch the legs out. Fold them in, inhale. Exhale, stretch them out. So this is where, if you have your weights close, I did not mention this earlier, you might want to use those light weights here to bring those arms back. So going into bend and stretch, you can squeeze the ankles, inner thighs together. You can also lift the head up off the floor. If it's too much for the neck, keep the head down. All right, and if it's too much with the weights, drop those weights. Breathe in here, exhale. So the idea here is the low back isn't arching when you're extending those legs, so draw the lower belly down and then breathing in up. Exhale, extending it out here, breathing in. Just 2 more here, exhale, hold, inhale in. This last one here, you're gonna hold, and then we're gonna over and under. So you're crossing the feet over and under each other here. Breathe in, breathe out for 30 seconds starting now. If this is too much, bend the knees. Keep it smaller here. Making sure that low back isn't arching. Lower you go, more challenging this is here. Breathing in, breathing out. We have 20 seconds left. More challenging, hands are extended even further back. Just watch the rib cage doesn't pop up here. You could also hold those light hand weights here, but just watch that you're not pulling too much on the shoulders or neck. 5 seconds to go. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Hug the knees in. Rock them side to side. And just take a deep breath in here. And a deep exhale. Good. Slowly from here, you're going to just roll to one side. We're going to roll ourselves up. And just take your time here. So we're going to come into a cross-legged stretch, crossing one leg over the other here. So if this is too much, you can also do this exercise or the stretch standing against a wall. So it's a seated cross-legged, and you can just cross the leg a little bit over from the floor, or you can bring it up. And it's really kind of getting into the hips, into the glutes. So it's the same type of stretch, whether you're doing this standing or seated here. And then you're gonna really try to reach your arms and try to straighten those arms by either pressing them into the wall here for some extra resistance, or to the floor. So to really try to grip those fingertips down, relax the head all the way down here. Take a breath in, and a breath out. And then slowly bring yourself all the way up. Relax the shoulders. And we're gonna switch sides. So opposite leg here, lengthening all the way up. Take a breath in and then fold forward here through those hips. So again, depending on how tight you are. Now you can wrap your legs almost like a pretzel as well. But just be careful of the knees whenever you're doing any kind of twisted, because you want to make sure that the knees are in line, and they can be easily twisted out of alignment here. So just be careful of that. Really try to reach those arms forward, grab the floor here, or grab your wall if you're doing the standing. Take a deep breath in, and a deep exhale. And slowly roll yourself up just to a regular seated position here, or you can keep the soles of the feet together and just close your eyes. And while you're sitting here just breathing here, think of lifting your pelvic floor all the way up, slowly, as if an elevator is coming from the bottom floor slowly up to each floor. And when you get to just about heart center, you can stop there and just hold for 2 breaths. Taking a breath in, breath out. One more breath in, and we'll let it go here. And then just bring both hands just into heart center. And just close your eyes. You can just relax the head down here if you wish. And just take a few deep cleansing breaths. In through the nose slowly. Out through the nose slowly. Just slow it down. And just allow anything that wants to come in, just invite it in. Relax your hands all the way down. Come into a regular seated position. Take a deep breath in. Just rising here, getting all that energy that you've used tonight, and then releasing it into the rest of your week. Thank you, everybody. Namaste. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week.